So far, you're the only one to take me up on this.
Really? I'm surprised.
Yeah, maybe it's just the time of year people are busy.
True.
I was looking at your thing that you posted to the forum, your backstory.
Oh, yeah.
And I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page because I think originally we kind of went back and forth, but I think originally you were saying your father was still alive.
No, yes, but no, he died.
Okay, because the one on the forum still says that didn't mention him dying. So I just wanted to be sure that you didn't change your mind.
Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, we went with him.
Okay.
With him dying.
Because I went through our emails and from the email, that's what it sounded like you decided.
Right.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure we're on the same page.
I wanted to go back and flesh that out more too, because I didn't write that very well.
You know, really, you could, if you still have our emails, there's quite a bit in there. You could just copy paste into there.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I can go back and look at that. That's easier.
Yeah, I actually went through the emails because I was wondering about that. And I'm like, oh, there's quite a bit in here. Of course, we have multiple emails, so it's finding the right one.
Yeah, right. I have a folder special, but...
And let me make sure I have the correct version of your magic item before I give it to you.
Oh.
Because I made a last minute change.
Uh-oh. Give me the better of them. No.
Well, actually, I took something away, but it's something that I'm going to give you in a different way.
Okay.
I decided it didn't really make sense for it to be part of the shield.
Gotcha.
That's not it.
I found the email string with the backstory.
Cool. So yeah, yeah, it was kind of funny because it worked out well because you were actually one of the people I actually had an idea of what to do with.
Oh,
this.
good.
Some of the characters I'm kind of lost on, and then others I have ideas. But luckily you're one I had ideas for.
Sweet. Well, hopefully when everybody gets back, they'll be able to hop on and do this before our next game.
Yeah, and I mean, we don't have to do them all now. I'm kind of thinking this is how I'll do like the power-ups for like your magic items.
Oh, sweet.
And also any like individual stuff people want to do. But it could just be that it's early enough in the campaign, people don't really know what they want to do yet.
True. And it's hard from the player's side, kind of having an idea of what to do in a vignette format when we end as we did, where we're just about to run off and do something.
Right. Yeah, especially when you don't know what I'm scheming on.
Exactly. That's when you just say, yes, let's do it. And then hope somebody has a plan.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So just to make sure, real quickly that we're on the same page here. So your mother is an angel. And I believe somewhere in the emails you specified she was a deva.
I think that was the original one because that seemed most appropriate.
Okay. Oh,
as I understood it.
Okay.
Although I don't think in the game I've mentioned that.
Okay. Oh wait, hang on. I'm a monster manual right here. Let me just make sure that will work. That's what I was thinking. Because I was actually considering, I mean, that's the obvious choice.
It could also be his accent and he meant to say diva. We don't know.
Because I think they're the ones that are most likely to be on the material plane. They act as divine messengers to the material plane, the Shadowfell and the Feywild. Can assume a form appropriate to the realm they are on. Legends tell of angels that take mortal form for years, lending aid, hope, and encourage. So yeah, that really sounds like what it would probably be. Yeah, I don't see a planetar living in a mundane existence.
No.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I guess it would be a deva. Wow, they have really pared it down. the angel types.
Yeah, they have. There are not a lot of choices now.
Yeah, there's only 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
Okay.
All right. So your mother is a Deva. Her name's Alira. And she was for most of your memory. So how old is your character, out of curiosity?
He is,
or have you even defined?
Yeah, I do have an age in here. He's older, but for an Azamar, they live long lives.
Okay.
Oh shoot. So much scrolling. 32.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
So not that much older.
So let's see. 5 years ago, you would have been 27?
Yeah, 27.
Okay, cool. That works. So growing up until about 5 years ago, your mother always looked the same. Like she never aged. She never physically changed. She was kind of this timeless being because she's an angel. And your father, on the other hand, was a normal human. So he, as you grew up, he got older and aged and all that. But I don't know if you remember, but I sent you an email about like what happened 5 years ago. You had, let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Okay. So it's actually in the email called Wahl's Past.
Yes. Okay. I'm looking at that.
So 5 years ago, when the breaking began and the rifts started happening, your mother got sick, and it was the first time ever. Like she was never sick growing up. She never got a cold or a flu or anything like that. And she was sick for a few days, and it kind of freaked you out because you'd never seen her sick or weak or anything before. And your father was busy serving the queen and protecting the city while kind of things were going to hell.
Right.
So you were kind of the one taking care of your mother. And during that time, she told you that she felt like something had happened to her connection to Elandria, that she was somehow more distant. And later you realized that it was this time that your mother started actually aging as a normal human would.
Right.
So you never really found out like what exactly happened, and you don't think your mother maybe knows exactly what happened. But it was after that your mother started traveling a lot more, to the point where she's rarely in town anymore. And you asked her about it one time, and the only real answer she gave you was that she was concerned that the queen was becoming too reliant on her for advice and whatnot. But you think that there was more to it than that. That was just kind of the easy answer.
Okay.
So that was all like 5 years ago. And then 2 years ago was when your father died, and you inherited his shield. And that was when you thought that maybe your mother could have brought him back.
Right.
But she didn't. And I mean, I guess it's kind of up to you. Do you think you would have confronted her about that, or just like, do you think you would have asked her why she didn't, or asked her to, or not?
I think out of, because of the respect he has for his mother, he wouldn't confront her about it, but he would ask why she wouldn't save him when she's seen him do all of these other things.
Okay.
That she wouldn't take the steps to save her beloved or his father.
Okay. So when you asked her that, the answer she gave you was that he had earned his rest, and kind of like him dying was almost like a good thing for him, and it was his time or whatever. But you're not completely sure. You've since then wondered, because you've seen your mother kind of slowly deteriorate, if maybe she just didn't have that power anymore.
I see.
And maybe she didn't want to admit this weakness that she's lost some of her abilities. So that's something you might wonder about, or you might, just take her at her word and she just felt it wasn't the right thing to do. That's
right.
Up to you.
Probably a combination of both. After seeing him through the years do all that he's done, there's probably an element of truth to that, but he would probably latch on to the idea that she's not herself anymore.
Cool. Excuse me. So then you got the shield, and when you first took the shield from your mother, you felt this warmth and light come over you. You felt the presence of Elandria, or at least you thought you did, and you saw a vision. And in your vision, you saw the goddess herself holding the city in her hands, and you saw her kind of breathe on the city, and her breath formed this shimmering dome over the city, which you kind of interpreted to be the bubble that protects Elandria or Elandria. And in this vision, there are all these monsters and things that were outside of the city trying to get in, and they're like beating on the bubble basically. And you were seeing that the bubble was weakening over time.
Oh,
and
okay.
You got this feeling like somehow like you were being shown this because it was your task to protect the bubble or something like that. Of course, you don't really have any idea how to do that. But even though you had this vision years ago, it stayed with you. Like you still remember it like it happened yesterday. And yeah, so I just wanted to kind of remind you of all that.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's probably been a while since you've seen your mother, like maybe even as long as a year, because she does leave for extended periods of time and you don't really know where she goes or what she does.
Right.
And then she'll come back for a little bit and then she leaves again.
I remember you saying, or maybe it was implied in our conversations before the game, that she wasn't in Elandria when I took up this charge of going out to this village.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So she hasn't been to the city in a while. So I remember the last session you went to the temple and you went to the altar and you kind of gave a prayer to Elandria.
Prayed to my shield.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you didn't really get a response that you could perceive. Mm-hmm. However, later that night when you go to sleep, you have a very strange dream. And in your dream, you're kind of floating over the landscape, like kind of disembodied. And you see below you see the city of Elandria. You see some of the journey that you've made already. You recognize some landmarks from when you guys were flying on the birds. But you're quickly just kind of flying over the land and quickly get to areas that you've never seen or recognized before. And you when you were going over the city, you saw some things in the city that told you that what you're seeing is in the past.
Oh, okay.
So maybe you saw there's been a lot of building done in the city in the last 5 years, like towers extended and things like that. So you didn't see any of that new construction. So it seems like you're in a time before the breaking of the world happened. And you end up on this plain and there's this huge storm overhead, black rolling clouds, lightning flying everywhere, really strong winds. And you see numerous like dust devils and tornadoes kind of going across this plain. And as you're flying over this plain, you see in the distance this massive storm kind of like it appears to be the center of it. And it actually looks like almost like a giant funnel cloud coming down from these black clouds and coming down to the ground in like this column of like black roiling clouds and lightning and stuff. And as you come close to this, you get the impression that within that like funnel, there's some kind of structure. You can't see it. There's really no way you could perceive it, but somehow you get the feeling like there's some kind of massive structure in there somewhere. And as you're kind of puzzling about this, you look up and you see above you kind of like these pockets open in the cloud cover that are almost like little windows through the clouds where you can see the sun in the sky beyond. And as you look through each one, you get a sense of one of the deities. It's like you look through this hole in the clouds and you see the sun, and you get the strong sense of the goddess Elandria. You look through this other one, you get the sense of the goddess Dianara, and on. And you can sense them all kind of coming through these clouds like beams of light almost. And then you see down on the ground, you're kind of pretty high up at this point. You see down on the ground a group of people walking towards this pillar of like this giant tornado or whatever it is. It looks to be 6 of them. And they look to be, humanoids of various types, and they're walking towards this pillar. And as you watch them, you get this feeling of impending doom. And okay. You don't know what they're doing, but you get the strong sense that they have to be stopped, and they're about to do something really bad or really stupid or something that's going to have calamitous repercussions. So you start like flying down towards these people, and you get close enough to see that they're wearing guild cloaks. Strangely, you don't recognize, I'll say that you notice the colors, but you don't immediately recognize like what team this is that these cloaks represent, but they're definitely people of the guild. And, you see one of them like reach out his hand, and he's got what looks like a fairly impressive, like wizard staff in his hand. And he kind of strikes it against the ground, and you hear this crack of thunder, and you have the sensation of this structure that you can't see deep in the cloud somewhere. And you have the sensation of it, like trembling. And as it trembles, you feel the earth trembling around you, and you look up to those holes in the sky that you could feel the light of the gods coming from. And you hear like these screams of pain that you can only assume are coming from the gods themselves. And as they scream, it sounds like their screams are like quickly like moving away into the distance. Like they're fading away into nothingness, basically. Oh. And then there are huge explosions, and you see underneath you the ground like split, and like lava shoots up and big curtains of fire. And you watch as this plane basically splits into like 4 or 5 pieces that start tearing apart, and like lava's shooting up in between them. And you don't know if what you're seeing really happened or if this is symbolic or what, but it definitely looks like the beginning of the breaking of the world.
Right. God, the damn 20th level players, they break everything.
I know, right?
Holy shit. Okay.
So you see all that, and there's like winds of fire and lava coming at you, and you're thinking you're going to die. And the next thing you know, you're standing in Elandria, in front of the largest temple to Elandria in the city. And in front of this temple is this huge statue of Elandria with like her arms held out, like her hands out, like she's almost like she's embracing the city or putting everyone under her protective arms kind of thing. And, people like leave offerings at the feet of the statue. And as you look up at the statue, for a moment, you feel that presence of the goddess again. and then you feel it like fading away, just like the screams did. Like she's moving very, very far away at a very high speed, and then is all but gone.
Wow. Okay.
And then the next thing you know, you're standing in this black void. It's just like you're in black space. It feels like you're standing on something, but you don't see anything that you're standing on. And you see like points of light all around you, kind of like stars, but they're above you, below you, everywhere. And you're just in this weird void. And then you see your mother standing before you, and she looks the way you remembered her before she started aging. And you can see her she's in her true form with her wings and everything, her silver glowing skin. And she reaches her hand out to you. And as you go to take her hand, suddenly your shield is in her hand, and you take the shield from her, and she says, "This will help guide you on your path and lead you to your destiny. May you always be a shield for those who need it." And you wake up in your bed in the middle of the night.
Strange dreams. First thing, I look for the shield first thing when I wake up.
It's wherever you left it. I don't know if you keep it under your pillow or...
Yeah, it's actually part of the pillow. I just lean up against it. No. Yeah, it would be next to the wall. Okay.
Okay.
It's just been a little while.
It's kind of hard to tell, but it's still dark, so it couldn't have been more than a few hours that you were asleep.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up and just kind of stretch the kinks out, and just step outside for some air for a minute. And where are we sleeping? We have rooms in the inn, right?
Yeah.
In the tavern. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna. Does my room have a window?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just crack the window open and look outside for a bit. Try to get some air and think about the dream.
Okay. Right. Cool.
Is there a way for me to tell about how late is it? Is there any activity in the town?
It doesn't seem to be. What was like midnight when you guys all went up to your room? So it's probably, I mean, it's not to the point where you're seeing any signs of dawn yet. So it's probably like maybe 2 or 3 in the morning, something like that.
Okay. All right.
I will say when you pick up your shield, you do notice there's something different about it. It's not something you can put your finger on. It doesn't look any different. It doesn't feel any different, but there's something about when you hold it, you feel like something has changed. And you feel this need to basically meditate with it or kind of get to know the shield again. You feel like there's something you're missing or something here that wasn't there before, or you're not sure, but you feel this kind of feeling.
I feel a feeling.
You feel a feeling.
In the dream, did the shield look at all different?
No, it looked
as it did when she first gave it to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to dress and pack up since we're planning to leave first thing in the morning. Pull all my stuff together, make sure it's all loaded up, and I'll get my equipment on and then just satchel the rest and carry that down. Grab the shield, and then I'm gonna take it to the temple and just
okay.
When I get to the temple, assuming I assume it's empty right now.
Yeah, the priest is probably asleep.
Yeah, I'll try not to disturb him and sneak in and sit down next to the statue of Elandria, and just sit on the floor next to in front of the statue with the shield in front of me, and just kind of physically look at it again. Just hold it in my hands and just kind of sit and just try to ponder what I assume Elandria was trying to tell me.
Okay. Well, as you kind of sit there with it for a minute, you become aware of this feeling, almost like it's very subtly vibrating, like the shield has this vibration to it. And it's something you're kind of used to. It's kind of how you've always assumed it's just the magic of the shield. The fact that it's magical, it kind of has this tingle to it when you touch it. But you notice that it seems different somehow. And you get this idea in your head that you think maybe you need to attune to the shield now, which you didn't have to do before.
Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I'll sit there for however long it takes, just focusing on the shield.
Okay. So you proceed to attune to it. And as you do so, you realize that it has some capabilities that it either didn't have before or you weren't aware of.
Sweet.
And you get this, it's kind of hard to explain, but you get this feeling like the shield has more potential than what you know. And that somehow as you walk the path that Elandria has put before you, as you maybe become more in tune with her, that more will be revealed as far as what the shield can really do.
Cool.
But you're even starting to wonder, I mean, your mother told you that she crafted the shield, but you're starting to wonder about that. You have this idea in your head and you're not sure why, but you wonder if maybe this shield wasn't made by Elandria herself.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because it feels like you remember your vision and how you had this sensation of the gods like being drawn away. Right. And it feels like somehow there's still Elandria in this shield in a way that there isn't elsewhere. Almost like this is like an anchor for the god or something.
Ooh, okay.
So the shield does more things now.
Yay.
You have to attune to it now.
Okay.
And I put it in the Google Drive folder, I put a new PDF up there. Okay. So it has a property I'm calling girding, which basically means you can equip and unequip the shield as a free interaction.
Sweet.
So just like when you can draw a weapon for free as part of your move or your action, the same thing with this. So you don't have to take a whole action to equip or unequip it.
Nice.
And the way I'm kind of picturing that is it has like straps like a normal shield does, but they actually kind of animate. So like if you have your shield on your back, you just think, I want my shield, and it just moves on its own, like to your arm, and the straps like grab around your arm all by themselves.
Oh, sweet.
And vice versa when you want to put it on your back or wherever you carry it when you're not using it. You just kind of, you just think where you want it to go and it does it. And then the other thing, and this will be fun to play test. This is, hopefully this will work. We'll see. It's called the Hand of Elandria. So as a bonus action, you can choose one ally within 5 feet. And then for a minute, they get the shield's magic bonus to their armor class.
Oh, wow.
Which right now is +1, but in the future that will go up too.
Okay.
And they get that as long as they stay within 5 feet of you. So the idea is you're kind of protecting them with the shield too.
Mm-hmm.
And then as a bonus action or reaction, you can change who that person is. So if you have more than one person around you, you can shift it to someone else.
Sweet. Okay.
And then it lasts for a minute. So like if you're like protecting, I don't know, like Fear, and then she moves farther than 5 feet away, you can protect someone else.
Then it can move to that. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll
That's
see.
so cool.
We'll see how that works. Hopefully it's not too complicated. But I wanted it to be able to protect other people. And as we get higher level, I've got some more bazonka ideas for how it could protect other people too. But
I just want to double check something on my character sheet, because normally so normally a shield is +2, right?
Right.
But this one is +1.
Right.
Right.
So you get +3.
Oh, it is +3. Okay, so my character sheet's right. Okay.
Yeah. I
thought I was totally cheating there for a minute. Okay.
Yeah. Well, a shield's normally +2, and then this one has a +1 magic bonus.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's what other people get with this power. They just get the +1 magic bonus. It's almost like a force field kind of thing that the shield makes.
Is that with? No, I'm sorry. It's the interposing shield is a different thing. They don't. What is that feat again?
That they get disadvantage on the attack.
Disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah, and I did it so that you can do both of those together if you want.
And then nothing stacks and everything's kosher.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So basically, Sweet. Yeah, the person would have disadvantage to hit them, and then they'd have a +1 to their armor class as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Thank you.
Yeah. So we'll see.
It's Christmas. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll see how that works. I think it'll work.
I think so. Yeah. I can't think of any issues with it yet.
As long as you kind of understand, because it might be a little confusing, but as long as you understand it, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I have the PDF up now. So
because I haven't seen something before that let you do something as a bonus action or a reaction, but I wanted you to be able to do it like at any time.
Right. Okay. Like so either during my turn or
right, because they might move away on their turn, and now they're not a valid target anymore. And I wouldn't want you to just like lose the power when you've got like 9 rounds left. So it's like, well, you can use a reaction and move it to someone else.
Okay.
And then, yeah, as the magic bonus of the shield goes up, that'll get cooler because they'll get a bigger bonus.
Right.
Which it'll probably go up to +2 once you guys are like in the tier 2. It'll probably go up to +2 at that point sometime.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm trying to have like the things with the magic items happen either on like in between levels. Because you already, like when you level up, you get all this stuff. So I was originally going to be like, oh, when they get to this level, it'll do this. And I'm like, well, I should actually do it in between levels. So you don't get a whole bunch all at once, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's more fun too. More fun for us because, yeah, we get all the cool stuff when we level. But then if we have like a little bonus inside, that's fun.
Yeah.
Sweet. And I already knew it was unbreakable, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think that was part of the description.
Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, I can give you that other ability. We just won't worry about what we're going to call it. Well, I know what I want to call it. Oh crap! Where do I have it now? We just won't worry about how or why you can do this.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't have an explanation to give you right now. It's something to do with your connection to Elandria. Is about all I can say right now.
Maybe the shield activated it.
Yeah. Where the hell did I put this? I could probably remember it, but see, this is why I write stuff down, so I don't have to.
That's right.
Systems, maybe it's there. No?
Is it a race trait or class trait?
Basically what it does is you get advantage on intelligence, religion, and intelligence history checks to know about the history of the city of Elandria or anything to do with the god Elandria.
Sweet. Okay.
Here it is. Lore of Elandria. That's what it's called.
Lore of Elandria.
Yeah, you gain advantage on intelligence, religion, and history checks to know lore regarding the goddess Elandria and the city of Elandria.
Sweet.
Yeah, you'll probably end up with some random abilities like that for a while. And there's actually a few different reasons you're getting different abilities. And once I reveal what those are, then I can start to say, okay, these abilities are for that, and these are for that, and you can organize them. But for now, it'll just be like, no, you can do this thing. Who knows why?
Yeah. It's happening like the real world. All of a sudden, I know how to do something.
That's right. I know Kung Fu.
Yeah. I can bend spoons with my mind. As long as they're silver with the image of Elandria on them. Sweet. Okay. I guess Wahl's probably going to spend the rest of the night in the temple.
Okay.
Just resting and sleeping and and attuning.
Yeah. So yeah, shield got a little bit better, but now it's an attuned item.
Nice. It's now officially magic.
That's right. So that was really it. Pretty short.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun.
Unless there's something you wanted to do.
Cool. Attuned. No. And save all my stuffs for when we leave. I will say I'm playing with different, I guess, the spells that he'll learn in the morning, I guess they'll stay the same. Cure Wounds and Shield of Faith, of course. Wrathful Smite, kind of hem and haw. That's probably better than the... Yeah. The only one that I'm kind of up in the air about is Heroism, but I don't really have anything to replace that right now. So for lack of something more interesting. Although... Purify food and drink once we're out and about. That might not be a bad idea. I'll update the sheet also, but I am going to do that. I'm going to swap out Heroism for Purify food and drink.
Okay.
It's also a ritual.
That's nice. Can you cast rituals?
I don't know. It says R next to it, and it's on my list. I don't know if I can cast it as a ritual.
Yeah,
probably not.
See. That'd be cool if you could.
Yeah.
Let's see. Spell casting.
I must be able to because because I can cast ceremony as a ritual.
I think it says. Let's see. Let's look at like wizard. I know they can do rituals. I think it says somewhere. It's like.
Does it say in the class itself or in the spell list?
In the class. Oh wait, that's warlock. That's not what I want. There's your problem. Yeah, so under spell casting, under wizard, it says ritual casting is its own little section.
Ah, okay.
So I don't see that section for paladin.
Neither do I, no.
So yeah, but there's actually a feat for ritual casting if you really want to be able to cast rituals. Yeah.
I don't have that many rituals to throw feet into it.
Yeah, right. Probably wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah.
I wonder if you get ritual caster. Oh, you get a ritual book with 2 first level spells.
Oh.
and then you pick the class you're going to learn ritual spells from. That's kind of interesting. If you come across a spell in a written form, such as a magical spell scroll or a wizard spell book, you might be able to add it to your ritual book.
Huh. Doesn't list paladin in there though.
Yeah. You could probably do cleric maybe.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
They share a lot of spells. I wonder if there's any just actual, well, there must not be. I was going to say, I wonder if there's spells that are just paladin spells that are ritual, but I guess they're witch.
No, I think everything that I have, the cleric has at least.
Okay. So.
He's not really the ritualist kind of guy.
Yeah, probably not worth a feat.
Nah.
Unless you wanted to be a really castery paladin for some reason.
Not really. No. Just my shield of faith and my smiting.
Yeah.
And the occasional cure ones. Cool. Okay.
Cool.
Very good. I'll update the I'll add the details to the shield, I think is all else I have to do, and then I'll upload the new PDF.
Cool.
Sweet.
Well, for most part, I only look at the character sheets when you guys level, because I have printed ones that I printed out that I use when I need them. So I did, like the last time you guys leveled, I just changed the stuff because I'm not going to print out a new sheet every time. So there's only like a few things that change, so I just wrote it in with pencil. And when they get too ugly, then I'll print new ones.
Yeah, I keep thinking I'll print this out so it's easier to see, but it's so easy to update on they keep track of spell slots and all that on the electronic version. So
I just like having hard copies because I have it with all my stuff. And if I'm like coming up with an encounter and something, I'm like, oh, I wonder what everybody's armor class is. It's like right there. I don't have to go find the computer and boot it up but yeah, pretty much all I use them. Like sometimes I'll look and see what people's armor class or hit points are. Or sometimes I'll look and see like for instance, when I'm doing treasure, like if you guys are going to find scrolls, a lot of times I'll look and see what spells you guys already know. Oh yeah. I hand out a bunch of scrolls that are spells you already know because it's no fun.
Like duplicate.
Yeah.
It's like trading cards and passing between different people.
Of course, I guess Danielle's the only person that can actually learn a spell from a scroll, but
true.
But yeah. So yeah, it looks like we're going to, obviously we're not playing this week. And it doesn't look like we're going to play next week either. So I guess the 9th will be the next time we play.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Cool. So hopefully not this next week, but the week after that, we'll be able to well, not cool, but we'll leave Dianara's rest. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was thinking it'd be best to do it when everybody's there because you guys are going to leave town and.
Yeah.
So
it'd be like one person waking up halfway through the journey. It's like, what? Where do we go?
Now, if it were Steve's character, that'd be fine. You could say he was just drunk or something. But...
Yeah. He just passed out on a horse.